I got a cool coaster in the mail today. Well, not today. Earlier in the week. Pretty cool coaster.
SpongeBob, Johnny Bravo kicking by the beach bar. DJ making me feel like a
Been putting all kinds of drinks on top of it.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I don't treat my coasters that roughly. I treat my coasters very nicely. Yeah.
And I you know, I put a little sticky note in here to remind me to tell the creator of this coaster to it's technically it would be considered a prelude and not a prequel because it was released first.
Which part?
No, just you say something about how it's the prequel. And I was like, well, technically, prequel implies that it was released after the original, but yeah.
That's true, but it was written after. I've written the other one before.
Fair enough.
But I haven't released it yet. But no, I don't know the difference between prequel and prelude.
Well, I just was thinking, I was like, well, is it really a prequel? Because
if it comes first,
it released first. I understand, like, and then I looked up.
It's just the first.
A prelude.
It's just the first one. it's like, what do you mean?
It's like a prelude. But
that's a very good point. That's a very good point. Thank you for buying my book. Thank you.
Thank you. You forced me into it. You off camera. He pointed a gun.
An Australian
at
gun.
The screen. Yeah. Very easy to come by, I'm sure.
He's near farm through all the switchblades and everything.
I'm always hearing about all the gun violence in Australia, to be honest with you.
There's been like once a week or something, there's been some new like shooting or something in Sydney here. And I always turn to Danae, I'm like, I thought we didn't have guns. Where are they getting them from? I don't understand.
Well, that's the thing people always try to argue is, they'll find a way to get them even if we take them away. I don't know. Politics. Anyways,
Mr.
welcome
Yellow.
back to Bikini Bottom Inquirer.
Mr.
Yes,
Yellow.
I'm Yellow.
Mr. Yellow, Mr. SpongeBob himself. What's happened? Why aren't we down with it anymore? We used to be on top of things. We used to be down with the goss, down with the tea, with the new events. Now we're behind. We're a few days
it's
late.
actually funny. You and I at the beginning, like not even like a month ago, maybe over a month ago, we sat down and we're like, let's plan out some things that we're gonna do this month, and we were like, okay, we're gonna have to live stream this event. And then, like, a couple days ago, I was like, oh, shit, the THQ Showcase is tomorrow. And I was like, I'm working, you're sleeping. Yeah, that's not going to happen, so we're just going to avoid the trailer until we can record our episode. And that's what we have done.
Everyone on the... the four other people that are on the SpongeBob, the SpongeBob Relief group. I will.
How dare you?
They were like,
I have not been added. I've been kicked out of the group, and I'm a part of this.
What'd you do?
I am Bikini Bottom Inquirer. I don't know. I did. It just we kept creating more groups, and I
don't understand
participating in the events.
Yeah, but anyway, so they were like posting stuff like today's the big day. Like they're posting the gifts and all that, and they were chatting about. I was like, oh yeah, I'm setting my stream up right now, and they're talking about all the tea stuff. And I said, who needs normal? And I had it marked in our calendars to stream it, and then I think we both forgot to check our calendars, so we'll just make a pod episode about it later.
I don't think I fully knew. I don't know if we knew what time it was, because I should have, if I'd known, I would have requested off work, but again, it would have been like 5 o'clock in the morning in Australia, so that would have taken some extra planning. But
so I'm guessing something SpongeBob related actually came out because we weren't aware, we weren't sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So
there's a trailer.
Is it just this game that you know about?
As far as THQ, I believe it's I mean, we've talked about this game. It was leaked to high heaven, and I've seen some stuff about the trailer that I will say later.
Yeah.
Okay,
it was a bunch of trailer. Other events, the Guild, Titan Quest, Fate Keeper,
and I haven't
a bunch of random games no one cares about.
I haven't. Yeah, and it was especially weird because there's 2 different games with like Tide in it in the presentation.
Tides of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I was like, that they really like Tide, I guess.
So there is SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide. Let me just point this out. It has 200,000 views. Nothing else here has above 30,000 views.
And that's what I didn't watch the presentation, but I know in the past they always save SpongeBob until the very end, and they know. They're well aware.
Very good.
So
should we watch this shit?
I guess just screen share it.
Yeah, I'm just checking Titans of the Tide. Ooh, so it's got 200,000 views for THQ Nordic, 240 something for IGN, 171 for PlayStation. Those are good numbers. I just like to check these things.
And there was also like IGN posted a short of it, like a YouTube short of it. So there's places where it's being seen, and like when I look in the comments, it's like pretty positive feedback, all things considered.
Okay.
I haven't paid. I think I saw Ryder's some of what he thought, but I haven't checked like Zach or Sheriff or anything. So
I always avoid. As soon as a SpongeBob game gets announced, I learnt my lesson from Rehydrated, which is I took everyone else's opinions into consideration way too much and the community's thoughts. So with Cosmic Shake, I was like, fuck it. I still don't know what people's like the community's opinion is of Cosmic Shake. I still do not know.
He's pulling a Philip Mewson, everyone. If you understand that reference,
they don't.
Go.
We were talking about Fantano. It's a 7.
Back in the day, IGN hired a new Nintendo editor who ran their podcast and everything, and I think his first review was entirely plagiarized from a different guy, and his excuse was that he just watched other reviews to get a general idea of what everyone else was thinking.
Is that the Dead Cell guy?
Yeah.
Wow. Yep. Why are you accusing me of doing that?
No, I said you pulled that. No, because you're like, you didn't want to get everyone else's takes, so you didn't want to be poisoned in your thoughts. You wanted your own opinions, not everyone else's, to be influencing you.
I'm my own man.
I am going to cut that. That's going into a short.
Why? You're being mean to me this morning.
So yeah, I messaged you yesterday.
Yes.
There's a lot that I have to say about this. I'm very intrigued by some of the choices they made here, but let's watch the trailer.
Okay.
Time to teach those two not to mess with Bikini Bottom.
What we are continuing with Purple Lamp's inability to use sound effects properly. None of these sound effects, they just cut from one to another. There's no fading in or out. It's just,
and they don't really apply to what we're looking at, to be honest.
It's so bad. It's always so bad. The
I don't
start,
know if it's purple. Well, maybe it is Purple Lamp. I don't know.
It just always irritates me. The start of Cosmic Shake, when you're panning down to SpongeBob's house, the horn thing goes off at the wrong time for when the window explodes. And it's like,
oh, does it? I haven't even noticed.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway.
What shall we do with the Flying Dutchman? What shall we do with the Flying Dutchman? What shall we do with the Flying Dutchman? I'm David Hasselhoff.
Hooray!
To save Bikini Bottom.
I need to see this movement. That's what's important to me.
Hooray!
To save Bikini Bottom.
I believe in you, Patrick.
Thanks, SpongeBob. There once was a king who ruled the sea, and a ghostly pirate, mean and green. The magic flash, ghosts unleashed across Bikini Bottom. Soon may King Neptune come to rid the seas of pirate scum. Soon may the Dutchman come to haunt Bikini Bottom. I'm one of those magic lantern thingies. Along came a hero, Poison Square, who takes the Dutchman to his lair. King Neptune yelled, by my own beard I rule Bikini Bottom. Soon may the BFFs come to burrow, kick and jump and run. Soon may SpongeBob come to save Bikini Bottom. What just happened?
Why did the frame rate drop
our
like
BFF
significantly
rings.
at
We can swap
the
anytime we want.
that part
which
where
bit?
it cuts to Bikini Bottom? The background of it is like the frame rate is like
This one?
the
text.
The text, yeah, right there. Like
Oh.
the animation in the background, like the frame rate, like just
Come to say Bikini
I think it's
Bottom.
meant to be like a He-Man effect, like it's meant to be on a TV.
it's just so like choppy.
It's a bit weird.
It's a little bit off-putting.
What just happened?
It's our BFF rings. We can swap anytime we want. It's like a gift from the gods.
Yeah. Okay.
Here I go.
They had to do it.
What did we talk about?
The movie had like 3 butt jokes. The game had to have at least 2.
Hey! Oh, he can use it now too.
Wary of the mighty king. Wary
It's like Kingdom
of
Hearts
the
3.
Beware of king and ghost.
Ooh.
Be wary of the Dutchman. Wary of the mighty king. Wary
Sorry.
of these old geezers. Beware of king and ghost.
Wow, we're getting a steelbook? Wait, PS5, Switch 2, PC?
So
hey!
that's what I was gonna bring up. Is that one thing that I think talked about back when we first started the podcast was Switch and Switch 2, PS5, PS4. Like,
Because if
there's
people
no
don't
Switch
remember,
version.
if people
It's
don't remember, there was for Cosmic Shake when it first came out, it came out well into the PS5 lifespan, but
Right.
there was no PS5 version for like the first 6 months for some reason, and we're like, oh, that's a real shame.
But there's no Switch 1 version, only Switch 2. I've seen a lot of people bummed out about that because they don't have Switch 2s yet. But what I find interesting about that is that means that THQ Nordic is one of the very few developers who was given a dev kit
Yeah.
to work on their game.
Yeah, because their versions are always quite. There's a stark difference between the portable and the main console version, just in general quality. Like, there's a lot of tuning down, a lot of different texture stuff going on. Like, there's a lot of work. It's not like it's a direct port that's super simple and easy to do. Like the Switch version of Rehydrated is the one I have. Oh no, not Rehydrated. Cosmic Shake is the one I have the most experience with, and like it's substantially different. It's not as
I
different as
played
like
it on
the
both. PS5 is
handheld
definitely
one.
a better experience, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't have played a Switch version of this. But it shows that nothing's holding this game back, and I feel like the gameplay kind of showed that as well. It's a very expansive world. The one downside is there's only a Switch 2 version. I'll let you guess whether or not that is a key card, because I already checked, and it's a Switch 2 key card.
What is a key? What I've heard people upset about this a bunch. Is that just a code?
A typical no. So there are developers that do codes in a box still, namely Activision, and EA, but Activision and EA, shocker. A key card.
own FIFA. Fuck you.
A key card is, I just mean they're the two companies that would just spring for a code in a plastic case. A key card is, there's no real, like, there's a minuscule amount of data on it basically unlocks the game so that it's like a license on a cartridge.
So you still have to download the entire game.
You download
basically.
the entire game, and if internet or servers were ever to go offline, it's a useless piece of plastic.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen, I don't know if they would still function after Nintendo takes their servers down, because I mean, we already saw that with the Wii U and 3DS, and that was a very big thing. I don't know how these would work in that instance. I really want that patch. Just as a Revenge of the Flying Dutchman fan, I want that.
Can we ask just super quickly? Title season pass?
That's the next thing I was gonna say is, what does that mean? Is it just costumes, or are they going to be...
I'm just going to say, look how the map is all broken apart in the background. That looks so much like the Patrick missions in the movie game. Maybe they do like added level packs or something like that. They're like super hard or something.
No, this is the way they give us Revenge of the Flying Dutchman Rehydrated. Is they split it up into a season pass that's added. No, yeah, that
only
was
for pre-orders.
the other...
Only for pre-orders as well.
That was the other big thing that I noticed is there's a season pass. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. They've never done that before, to my knowledge. So that is new. That is very interesting. And then if you want to play the game naked, gotta pre-order.
I'm down with that. Why isn't SpongeBob fully naked?
Because it's a reference that both the costumes are a reference to the original movie, where SpongeBob's looking in the mirror and the back of his pants fall down.
But couldn't we do the Fools in April or whatever that episode was?
We could have, but also Patrick, they showed where he's gliding. You can have the stick stuck in his butt, like we talked about.
That is worth it. That is worth it. I agree.
Yeah. So,
what did we think the game was going to be called? What was the leaked game name?
So the original, the code name was Goo, I think, and then the game, the title they were going for was Splash of the Titans, which I think is a much better title. I understand that it's like Clash of the Titans, Crash of the Titans, like it's a thing, but it just sounds better. It's a stronger title, and it really says more about what it is. I don't know what Titans of the Tide means personally. Like, I feel like it's a much weaker title. It's a little bit vague and confusing. I don't know why they changed it. I'm guessing it was just like high ups, like that's too close to something else, change it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but title is a very small portion of what it is. So
no. Well, I'm also just noticing it's cool. The Steelbook has a different cover than the other ones, which is nice. I hate when Steelbooks are just a normal cover of the game.
I wanted that original Rehydrated Collector's Edition so bad, and we were like giving them away and stuff, and I never ended up getting it. But I feel like...
I wonder if they'll do a proper edition, like a special edition.
Well, I think that's what this is.
This is the Ghostly edition, but they normally did 2 or 3 tiers of it.
They did too, but I feel like they learned their mistake. I don't think Epic Mickey had more than one.
Right.
I feel like they stopped doing that because it muddied the waters and kind of split things up. And making physical goods to include in this game that's not going to sell that much in the first place, probably costly. So my guess is this is it. And like I said, I really want that patch. To be honest.
I'm just looking on EB Games, and they don't have it up yet. But I can order from EB Games for $8 just about every PlayStation 2 SpongeBob game on here for delivery.
Oh.
They have the movie game. They have Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. I'm shook right now.
I think I'm only missing Atlantis SquarePants. So
yeah, I got that here. PS2 cringe. Anyway,
well, actually on PS2 I don't really have any of them because my PS2 doesn't work very well. But I have them all on GameCube. So.
Every 6 months I consider getting a GameCube and then getting the entire collection on GameCube as well because I've never played GameCube once.
I don't love the GameCube controller. It is widely considered like one of the best controllers ever made. I don't like it. So I wish I had a more functional PS2. Other thing that we didn't mention, I guess, lenticular cards. First of all, I guess it's better than art cards.
I don't think we need to.
And then also a golden spatula keychain, which I guess is cool. The tiki heads were cooler.
It was. PC's exciting though. We should get on that. Give us a review copy train, please.
Honestly, we might be able to. I don't know.
I'll buy the PS5 version and the Switch version.
Have you gotten review codes from them before?
Yeah, for Cosmic Shake. Yeah.
How big were you at that point?
That was CMB Extra, so that was like about the same size we are now. Maybe a little bit bigger.
Yeah, so we could probably pull it off.
So guys, if you see us making a lot of videos about the SpongeBob Titans of the Tide, You understand
Let's be real. We are SpongeBob creators that are like historically mostly focused on the video games. So there's going to be a lot of videos about that.
Yep. And also, we are the SpongeBob video game creators. We are Bikini Bottom Inquirer. There's no one else. It's just us. Okay.
We're gonna go back through this trailer, but first of all, I already heard that song. This whole trailer. There was a document in the whole leak that just
really
outlined this entire trailer. I mean, the gameplay itself was new and interesting, but like all the stuff with Hasselhoff, I already knew all about all of that.
What?
Like even the opening scene was like storyboarded out, like where they're walking in and find the TV and everything. That's literally described in the documents.
I thought it was going to be Tom Kenny. It looked like a Tom Kenny shaped head. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I had forgotten that was in there. But then when we, I was like, oh, yeah, there he is. But it's still, I enjoy it. It's funny, but it's like they probably over a year ago made that man record all that.
And he was like, yeah, whatever. I will say, just from a lot of the clips here, the general animation and movement of the characters looks really good. It looks a lot better than Cosmic Shake even. The way
the Dutchman is drawn, I don't know if they're like going for more of the movie vibe, but he looks very different from what I recall.
Very
not necessarily in a bad way. It's just
he's more expressive. He's got the bigger, thicker nose, thicker lips.
I wonder who's going to voice him.
To him. Yeah.
Do we think it's like the original? Do we hear him in this trailer, actually? I don't know.
I'll have to click back through again. I don't think we do. This looks really cool, though. This boss battle. The ambient occlusion's really cool.
There's so much in this trailer that, like, I was like, there's moments that I'm like, that feels like Flying Dutchman almost, like the Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. But then there are parts like this where it's like, that's very Battle for Bikini Bottom mask because he's a robot.
Yeah, they're definitely staying with that same feel overall.
And like, I really dig the ghost vibe. Like, the Cosmic Shake was fine, but I don't know. I like the premise here. I feel like this has a lot of potential.
I love the switching. The switching looks cool.
Yeah,
the movement.
They made a big deal about the movement in the stuff that I read, and they did not disappoint. It is very. It gives me Mario Odyssey vibes where people are doing crazy move combos to reach.
Yeah.
Crazy areas.
It's really going to be interesting to show to see if they actually let people have a lot of freedom with it. Like if there's enough combinations of movement stuff where you could possibly get over there just yourself type of thing. Like if it doesn't let you actually, if the new movement doesn't give you advantages for getting good at it, then it kind of falls a bit flat. But yeah.
Does he burrow into the ground here?
He does,
how he's shooting up. Okay, yeah.
So there's one of those. Yeah, he just shoots out here. So our sand eye.
I wonder what the purpose of that is.
There was a few bits on the sliding missions where like there's a little like mound at the end of them. So I think you need to dig into the ground to be able to like imagine. I'm quite excited to be back playing as Patrick as well. I think that'll be really cool.
Yeah, they didn't do that in Cosmic Shake, did they?
And did you see that the grab? So he can do the same kind of grab.
Yeah, that's kind of a creature from the Krusty Krab-esque.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this is like a story costume or if it's a unlockable one.
There's a lot of costumes. I've seen like SpongeBob in like a Viking outfit. I don't know if it's. I would assume it functions similar to Cosmic Shake's costumes, but I don't actually know.
So we got a full
cemetery,
Dutchman cemetery level. Yeah.
I'm bummed out that they aren't releasing it a month earlier because I would just love to play this at Halloween.
Oh right, yeah. When is it coming out?
November or something. Probably right at the movie. To be honest, I can't remember what it was. Well, it's at the end, so we'll get there. But yeah.
Okay.
It's in November. That's all I know. Man, they just had this man wear a toga and dance in front of a green screen singing the song.
I will say about 50% of the boss battle stuff they show is this one fight with Dutchman. So I'm wondering if that's like the most polished one they're happiest with.
It looks good.
It looks very good.
And it's also just they like I mean, the whole game's centered around the Dutchman too, so maybe that's just why they chose it.
I love how when you knock him here, his head falls back and almost like disappears into the dark. It's a really cool lighting effect. See what I mean?
Oh yeah, I do see.
That's a really different thing. This is very SpongeBob. Was it Mario?
I was
3D World.
3D World Bowser's Fury did a lot of stuff like that, but it's also got some Battle for Bikini Bottom in that he's like lifting an item to make it happen. That part right there, I don't know if it was just the camera angle, makes me think of the high rise in Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Just
oh yeah,
you're right.
Thing, yeah,
but this patty
see
thing.
the mounds here. Oh, he's doing the thing. So funny.
The sliding, I remember the sliding really bothered me in Rehydrated. It was not replicated well.
No,
I don't remember
awful.
what it was like in Cosmic Shake. This looks better.
It was just about perfect in Cosmic Shake. It was just
okay.
the levels were very simple. So like,
right.
It's a similar level of this where like this is a bit more like having this, but it would be like I'm mostly going in a straight line.
It's
and
more
there's
like the
three things to
slide-
dodge.
It gives me more vibes of the slide specific levels in the movie game. Where like that's just the whole level.
Yeah.
Like Shell City and other ones that I can't think of the names of.
I don't think they have decided on Dutchman's voice actor. He doesn't talk once in this. I don't think.
Maybe they're trying to be coy about it. I don't know. Because surely all the dialogue's recorded. It's
Yeah,
just
it would
like-
have to be.
I don't know. The whole I mean, we already talked about it in the original video we did. The whole concept of Neptune versus the Flying Dutchman, that's never been a thing. The whole premise is very original, and I appreciate that about it. I mean,
Cool.
Cosmic Shake was also original, but
We got another prehistoric kind of level.
yeah.
But this this is the same like piracy level that they were running through at the start where Patrick goes underground. Is there
And
a
that's the other
day-night
thing.
cycle? Is there a day-night cycle?
I'm pretty sure it talked about in the document. I think we might have talked about it. I think we talked about it in our first video that yes, there was, I believe, a day-night cycle. Because I believe like a lot of the ghost stuff has to do with being at night. Like I don't remember. I haven't been in those files in a long time, but I do believe there is a day-night cycle. And that scene right there where he's going on that ball, just the way it's like it looks like the opening level of Kingdom Hearts 3 in Olympus.
It does a little bit, yeah.
Just it's so dynamic and like a huge set piece there. I really like it. I assume that's Atlantis because that looks like
The Poseidon, yeah.
yeah. This interesting.
Twin Peaks-esque.
Early in the morning.
Exciting.
And then I think after this,
November
we're
18th.
now 18th. When does the movie come out? Let's see. Search for.
Very interesting. Is it on Amazon yet, I wonder?
Oh, I thought for some reason I was thinking the movie came out in November. No, the movie comes out at Christmas. I'm stupid. It's December 19th. So
Okay, fair bit
about a
earlier.
month apart. Is this the first time that they've truly? Because I feel like they tried to tie in Rehydrated with that last movie, but then the COVID kind of threw everything out of whack. I feel like this is the first time they've really done a movie tie-in.
Yes.
And I don't know how long.
I think I would agree, yeah, because the Rehydrated was clearly meant to be a tie-in just from a visual style. Like, that was why, the shaders looked that way. Everything was kind of pinkish and all that. It was I feel like, to tie in with the new movie's look. But yeah, it just never really landed. And I think because it released on, like, it was the third, or whatever, the third SpongeBob movie, and it released on Netflix. I was like, really?
Was it Netflix? I think that might have been Paramount Plus at that point. But
It's Netflix for us here, because Netflix it was part of the
Yeah,
Netflix movie deal.
That's fair
with
enough.
Paramount.
And that I think that was really, again, a COVID choice. I don't think that was their goal. I think they intended to release it in theaters. I could be wrong, but But like this one, you know, those were very segmented. Like Rehydrated had nothing to do with that movie, realistically. Whereas like both the movie and this game are very Dutchman centric.
Yeah,
they added in Neptune here, obviously, and I don't think Neptune has anything to do with the movie, but still, it's interesting. It might be kind of like a truth or square kind of thing, where they just happen to have this idea for a game, and then they kind of craft it around the movie afterwards. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very possible it could have just been a game about King Neptune, and it's like early in development. It's
well,
like,
I think
hey guys,
it was always
we've got
about
this,
Neptune.
we've got this Dutchman movie coming out.
Right. I don't know if it was always based on the documents. I'm guessing it was always Neptune versus Dutchman. But I'm wondering if the idea for the movie and the idea for the game, they were just totally separate, and there was just some serendipity there. I don't know, but I'd be interested to interview someone. THQ Nordic, reach out to me.
Come on the podcast. We're not being.
Yeah. We need to get writers on, especially now that all this stuff's going on.
We won't get you to say anything weird that might get you in trouble.
He said he would want to. We just need to message him, and I have.
Oh no, I'm not talking about writers. I'm talking about the THQ execs.
Oh yeah.
We won't get you to say anything that could potentially harm your career.
No, I might pull a journalist on you and ask you some questions, and if you don't want to answer them, sure, whatever. But let's promote this game, you guys.
You don't need an answer. You can be cringe. Yeah, it's all right. We won't stop you. Oh dear. But yeah, very exciting. That is.
It's the most promising. Yeah. Like, I never felt this strongly about Cosmic Shake. I was not very optimistic about Cosmic Shake personally, but I'm pretty optimistic about this.
Yeah, they really botched the promotion process for Cosmic Shake. The trailers were so spread out, all that, like they killed their own momentum with that.
I also just didn't like the premise in the first place. It felt like, oh, we're doing our own version of this game, but it's not really. Like, I was worried it would be like a truth or square situation where it became a shell of what they were trying to do, I guess. I don't know. But clearly it was better than I gave it credit for at the time. I still need to go back and finish it, especially before this game comes out.
Ye of little faith. Cringe, I say. Cringe.
I never have any faith, frankly.
How could you? This is Purple Lamp we're talking about. Our boys.
I you know, with every game release, my faith in Purple Lamp goes a little bit higher. I need to go all back and also finish Epic Mickey, because they did a great job with that one as well.
I need to see if I can invest in Purple Lamp. Is it open for investment?
I seriously doubt it. I don't think they're publicly traded.
Damn.
They're an internal entity of THQ Nordic.
I'm definitely not investing in THQ Nordic. Absolutely not. That's like that's like smashing your shin on a chair and then being like, I love this chair. This chair has so much potential.
I love how we just said, hey, come on our podcast. I am not investing in THQ Nordic. Fuck those guys.
I'm just saying, you can't fail that badly and then come back.
Yeah, well, they do have THQ in their name.
That's the poison part. That's the part that makes me. Anyway, do we have any kind of further thoughts on that, or should we move on to some other stuff?
Yeah, I feel like I've covered. I mean, a lot of what I wanted to talk about was like, for one, the release date, but for two, just like the collector's edition and the fact that it was only on Switch 2, which surprised me a lot. But we already kind of addressed both of those things. So
yeah. So I just googled up some news about SpongeBob SquarePants, and from The Gamer, SpongeBob's new game is bringing back a character from the movie who we haven't seen in a long time. That's not
Mindy?
The movie version of King Neptune. That's we've seen him fairly frequently. What are you talking about? They've got a picture of King Neptune on the front of this.
Oh, okay.
The Gamer, Stop posting.
Okay, yeah.
Kill yourself.
For a second, I was like, Mindy? No.
Maybe that's what they mean.
No, I'm sure that's not what they mean. Otherwise, that would be they're just they have no idea what they're talking about. Much like most gaming journalism outlets.
Oh, should we take bets on what IGN's review is going to be?
6 or 7.
Do you think it's 6 or 7?
I mean, IGN's notorious for just giving everything a 7. But honestly, they're usually pretty harsh on these licensed platformers, especially SpongeBob.
IGN.
So I'm gonna put 6 on the books.
6 on the books?
Come back to us in a few months, people, and tell us if we were right or wrong.
They gave Balcony Bottom a 9. A 5. With 9 hours of gameplay. And they gave... What are you keeping about?
Flip to a random page, just read a random word, and it happened to be koi fuck.
It's a good word. It's a good word.
just pull it up. Koi fuck doesn't even know what's for breakfast. There you go. It's a random line from Chester's new book.
As part of my research, hold on, the Cosmic Shake also got a 5 out of 10. So I'm going to lean that they're going to go for the trio.
They were very harsh on Rehydrated.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's going to be a 5.
I don't think they fundamentally understood what that game was about, because they talked about how it had all the same problems that the original had. I would argue it had more problems, first of all. But what problems were they? They never really addressed what the problems were. And I remember Per Schneider, CEO of IGN, I believe, talked about on their Nintendo podcast at the time. He was like, well, fans of that game, they probably wanted it to be more like the original. Like, he understood, but the reviewers did not understand.
Yeah. So first one, let's say it was mediocre, was Jonathan Dorbush. It says SpongeBob SquarePants Balcony Bottom Rehydrated sinks under its reverence to nostalgia.
Oh, Dornbush.
It's a remake. It's a remake.
I know Jonathan Dornbush. He's not with them anymore, but yeah.
He's not with us anymore.
he's not with them anymore, but yeah, I think I remember that he reviewed that, and yeah, he totally missed the point.
And then for Cosmic Shake, which also received a 5 from Travis Northup, SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake is a bare-bones platformer that manages to be supremely boring despite its SpongeBob-infused charm.
They wanted more memes. They wanted SpongeBob to be a chicken and stand up from his chair and do this.
What? This is what I mean. I want to get your opinion on this, because I've never actually tried this opinion against another person. I've always brought it up in videos, but I always have the kind of feeling around these things. They always bring up in these reviews, it doesn't compare to Mario Odyssey. It doesn't compare to this or that. And the opinion I always have is firstly, this game is in Australia, it's $50. It's it's not in the same price bracket. It's also just it's generally not in the same weight class. I think you need to consider, when you're a reviewer, you need to consider a video game's weight class. That's the equivalent of comparing a we'll go back to it, of comparing a kids game, Toy Story 3 to Red Dead Redemption.
That I was about
to complete different world.
I was going to say, we've literally had this conversation already. We had it back. I don't remember if that was the first episode or the second episode, but that was very early on. They've always done that. They've always taken these kids' games and compared them to the hot thing at the time. And at this point, Mario Odyssey is still now they'll be doing it with Donkey Kong Bonanza. The SpongeBob game is no Donkey Kong Bonanza. So
yeah, well, that's the thing is so this game in Australia will be $50. Is literally half the price for us in Australia. Donkey Kong Bonanza is $110 in Australia.
Yeah,
that is a completely different world for a kid. That's a completely different world for a parent either.
Be here, hold on. SpongeBob Titans. And SpongeBob games have always been budget titles.
Yeah. Cosmic Shake brand new was like $55.
And even like the best one that everyone like, I mean, you and I don't agree that it's necessarily the best one, but the one that is widely considered the best one, they don't care about it. They think it's stupid. Yep. $40 here. $40 here. So it's actually like significantly cheaper in Australia.
Significantly cheaper. And it's like, to be fair though, the Patrick game was $65, and that was a stretch.
Holy cow!
That was a stretch. It was $15 more expensive than Cosmic Shake.
They learned their lesson. It probably didn't. You were probably like the only person who bought it, and then you returned it, and you're like,
I took it back. I bought it on PC when it was on sale, but like,
yeah. 6. I'm still saying 6. I think they're gonna think it improved slightly.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. I think they're going to go for the trio and gonna give it another 5. And that's when I'll print off the faces of all the guys that have reviewed it, and I'll just stick it up in the background here for no purpose other than to intimidate.
And even the Jonathan Dornbush doesn't even work there anymore. But we're just gonna.
And he's still alive.
Stick him up there. Throw some
still
darts.
happened to him.
You're gonna be.
Jonathan.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how
refuge.
Australian law works, but you're gonna be cancelled for terroristic threats.
Oh yeah, we have no protections for that. You in Australia, it's I don't know how different it is for you guys, but the if you sue someone for defamation, the other person has to prove how it's not defamation. You don't have to prove how it is. The courts immediately assume that you are correct in that it is defamation. The other person has to prove. So I would have to prove that me having a poster that I throw darts at is not.
It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. It's not always, but it's supposed to be. But yeah.
Australia is still very much a classic British colony thing of the lords and ladies have the privileges and have the legal power. All the other serfs do not, and we still have those rules now. If you have the money to go into like a legal fight, you were then considered the lord and then have all of the legal protections.
That's one thing that I found while reading a little bit of your book. I haven't gotten deep into it yet, but it's like the way that you phrase things. I'm like, yeah, this was written by an Australian. I don't know what we're talking. Like, I'm looking up what does this mean?
I think it might just be that I'm verbose.
Yeah, but it's just like certain phrases that I've never. Not very far.
Not very far.
Where that
you mean koi fuck
letter. Koi fuck, yeah. No, like in the back it says like keep your fancies about cloning or something. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
It's 1960s language. It's
Australia's keep still your in the fancies 60s. About things. But,
that's something I bear in mind with all of it. It's just like a lot of my writing stuff. I have to pause and be like, now is this an Australian original or is this a real word? Is this a real phrase?
Yeah, that's fair. So did you you were talking about possibly going to Hideaway to do some writing last week? Did that end up happening?
Yes, yes, I did. It was very good. I went away for 2 days, two and a bit days down to my family's holiday house, and just smashed out a bunch of writing. So normally, when I start writing, I write every day, unless something very, very major comes up. I have to write every single day, and my goal is anywhere from 8 to 10 pages. That's that's usually 2, 3, 4 hours of writing, either in the evening or the morning or throughout the day, and that's to get them pretty clean. That's all the formatting done, correct presentation for it, or correct layout, correct tenses, all that. So yeah, that's that. When I was down there, I got, in those 2 days of just writing, I got 57 pages done. So very pleased with that. So that's it's because this third one is a little bit more on like a murder mystery kind of thing. So I was really slogging it out kind of day after day, getting close to like 6 pages done because it was the build up to the actual first murder. So it's all of the town stuff, it's all of the relationships, it's all of the slow, like that type of stuff. And so I needed to really just buckle down and smash out a heap of it to get past all the boring stuff. The functional stuff, the tools.
Right. Well, I think that's kind of interesting. So, you know, you just released this book, and you're working on many more books. I've talked about, well, I found out semi-recently that apparently Mr. Jeptha, friend of the show, he has a book that he's been, I don't know how long he's been working on it. I don't know like how deep into actually writing it he is. I don't know much of anything except that he's been messing around with AI just to get an idea of what he wants the cover to look like. And then his brother, Pladley, recently rediscovered his love of writing. He had written a book back in the day, like, 6-7 years ago. Went by a pen name and everything, and there's a whole inside story about the pen name that would take too long to explain, but basically an Indian man on Facebook thought, because he went by AM Rose, because Rose is his last name, some Indian man on Facebook thought he was a woman and was like messaging him all these things like, my lovely, marry me, blah blah blah, and like just saying some really weird unhinged things, and that's the short version. But he gave it up. I don't know what exactly led to him deciding he wasn't interested in writing anymore. Maybe it was that he decided he didn't like how it had, like, maybe he cringed at the book, because it's, I read it on one of his videos once out loud without telling him, and he's like, what is this? This sounds like garbage fan fiction. And then he realized it was his book.
It was his book.
He was young, but he apparently recently found something that he had written back then and started rewriting it, and now he's all excited about writing a book again, and he's planning out a series. And I was like, you know what, every single one of my friends, Chester, Jeptha, and Pladley, they're all writing books. I have this book that I've wanted to write. At work the other day, I just sat down, I wrote probably the equivalent of like a full chapter, and it's not like complete. It still needs a beginning and an end. I just kind of plucked a scene that I knew needed to be written, and started writing, and it surprisingly flowed. I was surprised at how well it flowed, because we've talked about how like intimidating writing can be. I wrote 9 pages within 2 days, so
that's really good.
And I mean, obviously I'll have to go back and redraft, but I think one of the things that intimidates me the most about writing is I've never been very good at taking constructive criticism. Like,
did you see that comment of that guy that was like...
so I was going to transition into that. I was literally going to transition into that, but before we transition into that, I was just gonna say, like, even with you, like, you've given me constructive criticism about things, and I've been like, I don't know, man. Not seething. It's more
bastard.
No, it's like it's something I have to work on, because it's always felt more personal than it ever is for anyone, not you, not just you or my boss or whatever. It's just like I take it too personally. Like, oh, I did something wrong, or that it wasn't good enough, or whatever. It's like, that's not what it is. It's just like, improvement can be had. Improvement can always be had, but I need to learn to let people read my stuff and tell me, maybe change this. And I haven't worked that out yet.
I think I would say it depends, because I get my books pre-read by a handful of people that are there for the sake of... So what I did say with this book, the book that you have now, I Monster, which you can buy on Amazon.
Great coaster. Works great as a coaster.
That's a good ad. A great coaster. So I gave this to BJ and another friend as a print-off form. I was just like, read through this, give me your thoughts, mark down on any page that you get boring, and we'll have a chat about it. Because they're two people that I trusted, and I was just like, you guys are going to I know you guys will actually read it, and you'll give me feedback.
I've done it for my grandmother, believe it or not. So,
but what was really interesting of that is they both came back with very opposite opinions about the book.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like, it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna take what Chester says about my backdrop or my lighting at face value. I went around and got different people's opinions about it, and I'm like, okay, he was right.
But what was interesting is, so I was able to take different things from each of them and kind of create something that was a bit better. But then I gave the book to a bunch of people on our Discord to read through it and check over it. And I made it quite clear to them and there's a few people who've added in recently who I think I'm going to have to make it quite clear to them as well, because everyone fancies themselves a critic on that stuff. I've made it quite clear to them of a sense like, until I'm getting paid for this, I'm doing this for me. So if something's spelled wrong, let me know. If the grammar of something is wrong, let me know. If you don't like, other than that, I'm entirely happy with what's on the page. If it wasn't on the page, it's not what I want if it wasn't on the page.
Exactly.
So I think that's a thing of getting in the mindset of being able to accept criticism is really hard, but it's easier if it's from people that you respect.
Right, but at the same time, it's like, you talk about how you're doing it for you, but I still want, it's like, I'm doing it for me as well, obviously. But it's like, it's an idea that I've had since 2017. I want it to be the best it can be.
Yeah.
But, like, random Discord guy, I'm not necessarily going to listen to.
And they're fantastic. They're super helpful, and they're great with that. But it's a whole thing of just like, you can't take everyone's opinions into consideration. It has to be yours. Anyways. It has to be yours.
Yeah. Speaking of random Discord guy, we were just about to talk about this because, like, in YouTube, I would say I don't know if you. I think you would, because you just wrote a book, so I don't want to speak for you, but it's like, I think we both consider ourselves professional writers at the core of our YouTube thing. Like, we enjoy every aspect of, well, maybe not you do. There's parts of every aspect of creating a video that I enjoy, that I love. And I also say that, which is funny to say, because I also say, I pretty much hate every aspect of making a video in some way as well. Editing it is probably like the most important part outside of writing it, but like, performing it or researching it, like, those are all important aspects, but I feel like at the core of all of it is the writing. And it's part of who you are. And my writing hasn't always historically been the best, especially on Who Needs Normal. It's very dry and informative, but that's the way that I intended it to be at the time. With this last video, I was trying really hard with that script. There was a lot of narration still, like Who Needs Normal style, like just presenting the information to you, the viewer. We got the worst comment I've ever, like, I was thinking before this, I was like, that might be the most insulting comment I have ever received on the YouTube video.
We've gotten hate comments, we've gotten everything imaginable. We both had illustrious long careers on YouTube of being insulted in different ways.
Yep, absolutely.
And I read this one out, I was like, ooh.
Ooh. Well, I saw it like a few hours, you probably saw it first, but I was like, because I don't know if you saw, I ended up responding.
No, I didn't see that you responded. No.
Listen, I won't call you out by name, but someone said yesterday on my video, nice video, but I think I can help with the script writing. No other context. I was just like, excuse me? And I was like, I think that was the biggest insult I've ever received on YouTube. Like I've had my editing insulted. I've had my direction for my channel insulted. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he insulted my editing. So I've had like just about everything, but to suggest that my writing wasn't good enough is what that felt like. It felt like it was intentionally trying to be mean. So I just responded, and I responded through Bikini Bottom Inquirer.
Oh, official. The official response.
On all those comments, I felt comfortable responding
no.
as Bikini Bottom Inquirer because it was my video. But I just said, LOL, what is that supposed to mean? No. And then I didn't realize he had responded, or she, I don't know. They said, haha, just meant I'm a scriptwriter, and I would love to collaborate if you are ever in need of help with scripting. And
says that and then just whips out ChatGPT, and I was like,
Listen,
get the fuck out of here.
Well, I looked at his profile. He doesn't have. He's not a YouTuber. I don't know who he is. He's just some guy. But he expects me to think that he's a scriptwriter or whatever. I don't know. I just wanted. If you're watching this, listen. I don't know if you were intentionally trying to be mean, or if you were trying to compliment me. But what you said was not what you think it was. Like that was it was way more insulting than you think that it was. I worked very, very hard on that script. I rewrote it multiple times. And then you're just like, I could do it better. Cool video though.
Yeah, it's one. I think it might be one of the worst things I've read on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been going through it this week, especially this weekend. Fourth shelf fell. I decided I was just gonna leave it down because I've already torn up the wall trying to get it in there in the first place. And
is that one of those ones that has like the two prongs that come up from the wall?
It's not good. It's not, especially for drywall. It's just not good. But these other three are more secure than that one was. That was the first one I put in, so I was still kind of figuring out how it worked. And I could put it back in, but I realized if I leave it out, I have more room to like push my chair back, and I moved some of the stuff around, so it's fine.
There's more host room.
One of the VHS tapes I ordered ruined my CRT VCR combo unit. Not one of the Nickelodeon ones. It was a different one. It was like I don't know if it was old and dusty. It didn't look like it had mold on it. But after I got done watching it, I came back the next day to watch another tape, and the TV turns on and immediately turns back off. No matter what I do. And I did some research. Apparently with VCR combo units, if there's like something clogged up in there, there's just like some little small, like even if it's just dirty in the VCR, the TV will just power itself off because it thinks that there's a problem. And I tried to open up the TV to see if I could get in there and look at it. Absolutely not. First of all, opening up a CRT is extremely dangerous in multiple ways. So I was not going to mess around with the circuitry, but even if I wanted to look, like even if I knew what I was doing, it was filthy in there. Whoever owned it before me. It almost looked like mold spores, but I think it was just dust. It was bad. So I closed that thing back up. I tried running a VCR head cleaner through it. Didn't do anything. So I'm out my CRT TV and I'm trying to find a new one. I could pay hundreds of dollars for a SpongeBob one on eBay if I wanted, but it looked like there was one guy locally in my, like across, like the other side of the city, which is technically the other side of the state. He has a SpongeBob one he's selling for like $100, and I'm tempted. I don't have $100 to burn on it right now, and I would have to take a road trip, but part of me is like, sure, but we'll see if it's still available in a month when I can actually afford it. So yeah, it's been a rough week.
Yeah.
How's your week been? You wrote. Anything else going on?
Yeah. My week was interesting. We had some landlord issues of landlords.
Landlord issues.
Yeah. It's all family
HOA?
stuff. It's all owned by my family.
Oh.
But she
landlord issues.
Yeah, landlord. It's easy to explain it as that my family owns heaps of houses around this area, and so it's like I'll just rent a family.
Your family are those kinds of they're like the Godfather.
Some of my family is. Yes.
Mafia.
So but then
the Australian housing mafia.
They just sold a house. My cousin sold a house and is buying an apartment in Sydney for like $4 million or something. And I was like, buy anywhere else.
Nice.
Buy anywhere else. Anyway, irrelevant. But yeah, she popped around, and we have like a little outdoor cat area for Danae's cat because it's an indoor cat, and she sent me this really angry text about it because she thought it was like this thing that was like drilled into the walls and all that. And I responded back, I was like, it is entirely freestanding. Do I need to get your permission if I put together IKEA furniture?
With family, I don't know, man. I
talked to her later. I was like, that's entirely inappropriate to even send to like a tenant, let alone family. Just if you're angry, wait a day.
Yeah.
Just text me later.
With my apartment, the previous neighbors already screwed up the walls, so I've just been doing whatever because it's gonna have to be fixed eventually, anyways. So...
Dude, this entire place, okay, this house was built in like the late 1800s. Yeah, it needs some work. Yeah. All right. And also it's like, dude, all I've done while I've been here is fix things that my brother left broken.
Right. Exactly. It's like you probably contributed more, but apparently even family.
No, it's just. I think she was having a bad week, and so she made it part of my week. And I was like, oh, thanks.
They do that. They do indeed do that. Don't they?
Yeah. And so there's just a stage of that where I was just like, when do I get to the stage of age where if I'm having a bad week, I can just make it someone else's problem?
When can I own real estate?
When can I be the annoying one?
In America, the answer is never. My generation is screwed. But
yeah.
I don't know how it is over there.
It's not better. Hey, we've got a good government in though. We've got better minimum wage. So I think it's like $27.
You're losing YouTube.
We're losing YouTube. The great costs, the great duality. Get a VPN.
Well, some countries like the UK are trying to outlaw VPNs exactly because that you can do that.
That's the problem, isn't it?
To go past their laws, so they're like, well, these have to be illegal. So,
but yeah, so doing that, and then went to Campbelltown yesterday. I don't know if you watch any animes or anything.
I do not.
But
I'm not a weeb, unfortunately. I'm afraid. Well, I've watched like Pokemon or like Bakugan. Do those count?
No. I got
I didn't think so.
A Dan shirt from Uniqlo. Uniqlo is my favorite brand, so I really like it. I like these because I like it's gonna start warming up here, so I like slightly.
Well, it's funny. We had a cold front come through, so it's been like 70s. Well, Fahrenheit, American 70s this last weekend. So
yeah,
it's felt pretty good here.
Nice. What else? Been playing a bunch of. Got back into Genshin a little bit with my wife. Closed down our Minecraft realm yesterday for our server. Yeah. I know, not ours, but the Discord I'm in.
No, that's what I knew because we talked about that Discord before. So I was like,
yeah,
that's sad.
We did like a 4-hour tour of the world where we went through everything, and then the two people that kind of play out the most took us down to like a mine that no one had been in ages, and opened up a fake trapdoor and showed us this huge museum that they had built full of like dinosaur bones and different maps like of the world that they had taken at different times to show the progress of the world type of thing. This is a secret project they'd had going for ages and ages. So
I have a secret underground tunnel under my Minecraft realm.
Yeah,
I haven't closed it yet, but nobody's been playing on it. It's just eating my money away.
I think that's the thing is Minecraft realms are great for about 2 months, and then everyone kind of stops paying, and it's $10. So it's like just stop it then, give it a few months, reopen it or something like that.
I was really going hard before the Switch 2 came out because it's like I needed something to do, and then I didn't even end up using. Like I've made the realization I make all this content about games. I do not play a ton of games as of late. I did play through Donkey Kong, which was really good. I've been playing some Tony Hawk 3+4 Pro Skater. I love that game, man. It's a great game.
It's good. I'm glad for you.
Poor bastard.
Poor bastard.
But otherwise,
he doesn't know
I
yet.
I don't play a ton. Don't know what.
Yeah, I don't play a heap
Hawk
of
is
games
cancel.
either. Realistically, like I play games with people, like group stuff, which I really enjoy because I've never really like had people to play group stuff with in the past. So I'm enjoying that. Like we've been playing a game called Nuclear Nightmare, which is like a multiplayer, the thing from another world game, which is good fun. I literally haven't powered my Switch 2 on since like the first week of it being out. So
I've been using a lot more the last couple weeks with Donkey Kong and Tony Hawk, but other than that, haven't been playing much.
yeah, I need to replay. So there's the new Death Stranding 2, which I'm desperate to play. I really want to play that.
I don't know, man. I am not a Kojima fan.
I've only played Death Stranding 1 of his stuff.
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed that.
I don't feel like I get it personally. Like it's a very obtuse concept to me, but
yeah,
I don't know.
And
My sister liked
it. I want to play Space Marines 2 as well. I still own that. I played like the first hour of it. I want to get through it. So, yeah. I don't play games that much.
We need to play more games. We never just sit down and play a game together. We need to find something to do.
What would we play? What do you own?
Minecraft. I don't know.
No. Listen, I enjoy Minecraft up until about when I get iron armor. Then I'm just like, I've achieved everything. Later.
Get on a Nintendo Switch Online and play Mario Party.
Ooh. With the webcam? The 480p webcam?
No, I wasn't saying that, but I was just saying in general because I've played like Mario Kart or Mario Party with Mario Strikers. That's on there. It's a pretty good game.
Wow.
Really? You ever played Mario Strikers?
I have not played Mario Strikers.
Soccer or football for anyone who doesn't call it soccer.
Yeah, soccer. You know what I love is I found really interesting. Back in the early days of YouTube with Piampa Gamer, Pro Jared, what's his name, JonTron, all those guys, they'd always be talking about
canceled, sort of fine.
There's nothing wrong with Piampa Gamer. He hasn't done anything.
He defended Pro Jared, and people were trying to cancel him over that.
But what was interesting is all of them,
he also defended Gerard.
Sorry, who's Gerard?
The completionist.
Oh, that's a bit more of a problem.
he didn't. He apologized. He didn't know that. Like he's just defending his friends. Like if it came out that you were committing fraud, I would tell people, no, it's not true.
No, it's not true. Watch this week's episode. Come on, please.
Like.
It just starts as just you.
But anyways, finish your statement about these YouTubers.
So all those guys, they would be making these videos all the time about older Nintendo games like Mario RPG, Strikers, all this stuff, and be like, oh, and we haven't gotten a sequel to it or another game of it in 15 years, or like the Kirby racing game or F-Zero would be like, it's been 10 years since we've had the last one, we're never getting another one, but we can look back on the GameCube era fondly and all that type of stuff. And they'd always been talking about just about all of them have gotten sequels now, or remakes, or have come back in some form.
To be fair, the most recent Strikers sucked ass from what I understand.
Yeah.
And I played the demo of it, and then I've played the original now, and I would say, yeah, it's not good. Let's get Zach back on and talk about Nintendo games.
Hey Zach, what do you like? Is it Luigi's Mansion? Is that the one?
Luigi's Mansion, Mario Party.
3 was good. 3 was good. I liked Luigi's Mansion 3. That was a good game. I beat that.
I still haven't played it.
I beat that in 2 days. In 2 days, because I needed to return it so that I could buy Death Stranding.
You have a habit of doing that, don't you?
So I just blitzed through that game.
Maybe you are committing fraud.
Listen, if EB Games takes away the option to return games for full price, I'll stop committing fraud.
I should have done that with Donkey Kong. See,
when are you ever going to replay Donkey Kong? You're not.
I'm not done with it. I'm gonna go back because I was really blown through it because I heard the ending was like incredible and I wanted to get to it, and I was not disappointed. So I need to go back and explore some more. But anyways,
I think
um,
yeah, I'm interested in Donkey Kong Bonanza because I loved Donkey Kong 64 playing it as a kid. So I'm interested in that, but it's just like modern Nintendo, they don't really make games the way I would partake in them. Like it doesn't feel.
I feel like I could be wrong. I feel like Donkey Kong Bonanza is your kind of game as far as platformers go. It's very story driven, but still like very fun to play in general.
Okay. Maybe.
Anyways,
yeah. Thanks, guys.
Buy the coaster.
Buy the coaster.
Buy the coaster.
See you
Link
next
in the
week.
description.
Link in bio. Check it out.
SpongeBob, Johnny Bravo kicking by the beach bar. TJ making me feel like a big star. Parents saying television does harm. I said so wrong. Danny Phantom showing how to be strong. Courage making fears up on my mind, God. Parents saying